Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome to Manyog, and we are online now for our session. Today's session. My name is Gurpreet Singh. I'm a life coach, hypnotherapist, and NLP practitioner, and also a wellness coach. And this session is specifically going to be about weight loss secrets. So, if you can hear my voice clearly, you can put a thumbs up. Okay, we can wait for some people to join the session. If you want to put your questions online, you can start putting your questions. You can start sharing your questions on weight loss. And if you can hear my voice clearly, put a thumbs up or you can write in the chat box. Welcome to Sandhu and Karthik and Pratik. They have joined. Another 2 minutes and we'll join and we'll start the session. Thank you, Pratik. Today's topic on weight loss. Okay, weight loss has always been a hot topic among life coaches and motivational speakers, and in fact, overall in our well-being and our day-to-day life also. When we look at a person, the very first thing what we see is the yes, the outer appearance of the person. How the person looks, is the person groomed, is the person fit enough, is the person in good health. Okay, that is the first thing which we look. And most of the people sometimes they judge the person based on just their first level of appearance. Okay, which is not the right thing to do, but yes, that is the reason that weight loss or managing your weight or being in the best of the health becomes so important when you have to achieve your goals. Okay, when we talk about weight loss specifically, a lot of people are suffering in their lives just because they are carrying some extra pounds with themselves. Just because of the weight, people tend to not appreciate what they really can do in their lives or disregard the positive things about them just because they have gained weight. Okay, so let's first talk about what are the effects of weight gain on a person. Okay, overall personality of the person. Okay, when we talk about it, we can talk about it in the physical sense also, and how does the weight impact the person on the emotional level. When we talk about physical self, for sure you are carrying weight which is more than what you can carry. Okay, so it is a burden on your joints. Okay, it is a burden on your skeletal muscles, everything. Okay, then second thing is that because of weight gain, people are prone to type 2 diabetes. Then there is blood pressure, then there is hypertension, then cholesterol. Okay, some people are also prone to stroke. Some researches have shown that people have been prone even to cancer if they are having weight gain. Okay, so many physical issues, arthritis, osteoporosis. Okay, pain in their joints. So these are the physical problems of weight gain. Now the physical problems of weight gain, they come into our lives around after 40-45 years of age. Okay, but even if you are carrying a lot of weight with you, maybe if you are in your 20s or 30s, still you have to. Yes, how fast we can reduce weight in a month? Is there any ideal kgs? Okay, yes, I will come to Pratik's question just in a while. Okay, thank you, Pratik. Okay, now we are talking about the emotional aspects. I think this is the bigger aspect which affects the person in a very poor way. Okay, first thing is lack of motivation. Okay, you gain weight, you don't like the way you look, you don't want to meet new people, you don't want to go to the gym because you feel people in the gym will judge you. You go to the office, you feel that people are judging you. You go meet your friends, you think your friends are not going to accept you. So this is the effect of emotionally, the effect of weight gain, that is lack of motivation. You are not motivated enough to achieve any goal. Now what happens is that you are already overweight, you lack motivation, you will not exercise, you will not eat healthy, you will eat in your comfort zone, maybe you will do binge eating, and it becomes a vicious circle. Okay, second thing is anxiety. What is anxiety? You worry about the worst in your life. What worst can happen? If I go and meet, if a girl is overweight or a guy is overweight, he or she wants to date someone, meet someone, okay, tell someone that she or he has feelings for the other person. will have anxiety, will have worry, will feel stressful, will feel as if the person will say no altogether, will not take chances in life, will always be in the comfort zone, will never take risk. Why? Because she or he feels that this weight is going to act as a hindrance in my relationships. Okay, there have been researches that people who have weight gain have associated large amounts of depression in them. Okay, now this is also vice versa. Because people have depression also, some people gain weight because of antidepressants. Now helplessness, what is helplessness? Okay, I can't exercise, I can't eat healthy, I have weight gain and I am continuing to gain weight, and this feels like an helplessness situation. How can I get out of this? Who can help me out of this? How can I get to my ideal weight? How can I start my journey of weight loss? So these are the questions which comes to the mind of people who have gained weight. Okay, next is they feel very self conscious. Okay, self conscious, they feel as if everyone is looking at them. Someone is traveling in a train, in a bus, in a car, walking on the road, crossing the road, and someone sees to you eye to eye. Okay, maybe they did not mean to pinpoint at your weight, but you feel as if people around you are looking at you, they are judging you, they are seeing your weight, they are trying to mock you. Okay, then negative self worth. What is negative self worth? I want to give myself some points. I want to rate myself. And when I see myself in the mirror, I see myself that I have gained weight. I rate myself maybe 1 out of 5. I rate myself 0 out of 5. That is negative self worth. I put myself down. I don't accept myself. I tell myself that I am very fat, or I have gained weight, or I don't look good, or I don't look appealing to other people. So this is called negative self-worth. Okay, other people are going to mock you or not going to mock you, but once you start to do this to yourself, then you fall in a pit where it's very dark and there are no stairs upward. Okay, then sleep. Okay, sleep is also affected among people where there is weight gain. Then there is this stigma of people that they will not get married, they will not get the ideal match, they will not get the ideal job. Okay, and isolation. Ultimately, when these people, they do not feel people are accepting them, giving them time, or appreciating them, they distance themselves from other people because they feel that they will be in this zone, no one can help them. It's like a learned helplessness zone. Or that is why let's isolate ourselves. Let's be aside of the entire world. Let's not talk to my friends, let's not meet people. Okay, social anxiety. And they kind of confine themselves to their room or to their space or to their office with the feeling that they will or can never be helped. Okay, okay, we had got a question from Pratik. Okay, how many kgs of weight gain can we lose in a month? Okay, it's is there an ideal figure? Okay, now when we talk about weight gain, okay, you can I'm sorry, weight loss. When we talk about weight loss, you can easily lose weight by, okay, just put hands in your pocket, remove your wallet, remove your belongings, remove your key, remove your phone. Okay, you lost weight. Okay, now here where we are talking about weight loss, we are specifically talking about fat loss. Okay, we want to lose the weight what we have gained in the form of fat. Okay, not in the form of other areas of our body. Okay, so what is weight loss? Weight loss can be loss of water in your body, it can be loss of muscle mass and tissue mass, it can be loss of in the form of fat. Okay, now most of the crash diets or diets which show you the way of fasting, okay, or eat a specific food for specific days, or have a juice diet, or have a vegetable juice diet, or maybe a GM diet. Okay, for sure they will help you lose weight. Yes, I'll come to your question. If we skip breakfast, even that could lead to weight gain. Okay, yes, I'm coming to that. Now we are talking about the weight loss thing. Okay, so suppose someone gives you this diet, okay, which is a juice diet or something, you will lose weight for sure because you will lose water weight. You will lose weight which you have gained through the carbs which are in your body because you lose carbs. And then when you weigh yourself on the scale, you will be happy that I have lost weight. But that is not the weight which you want to lose. You want to lose fat. So to lose fat, if we would say half a kg, okay, or 1 pound of weight loss, okay, 1 pound of weight loss or fat loss per week, it is considered as healthy weight loss. Okay, that is, it means half a kg, 500 grams per week, that is 2 kgs in a month. Now 2 kgs in a month, it can vary from 2 kgs to 4 kgs in some people, but above that is going to come back, is going to bounce back. So 2 kgs weight loss in a month, you can sustain it for 10 months and lose 20 kgs, but that 20 kgs will not come back to you because you have also gained a high metabolism, high muscle mass, and all your body composition has improved. Okay, so that is why ideal would be 2 to 4 kgs in a month. That is ideal weight loss or fat loss. Okay, if we skip breakfast. Okay, one more question. What sort of foods do we need to eat? Yes, Amir, we are coming to type of foods you want to eat. If you are till the end, you will come to know all of the things, because I would prefer going it through the sequence. Okay, if we skip breakfast, okay, now there are so many diets which people say. There is intermittent fasting where you don't eat for you just eat for 4 hours and you don't eat for 8 hours and you don't eat for other hours in your routine. Okay, now there are some diets that is one meal a day, only just one meal in a day, and you eat all your meal in that particular meal. Now all diets are not for all people. Okay, keto diet is not for everyone, intermittent fasting is not for everyone, one meal a day is not for everyone, 6 meals a day is not for everyone. You need to see how is your metabolism, what is your daily routine, what work you specifically do. Can you do one meal a day? Can you skip dinner and still not feel fuzzy and not feel lack of concentration? Can you skip breakfast and go to work and work without hunger pangs? Okay, that is the important thing. So you have to see and evaluate your body type, what kind of diet will be better for you. If someone is a late waking up in the morning, okay, he's waking up at maybe 1 p.m or 12 p.m, okay, very well he can or she can skip the breakfast because there is no activity in that particular time. But maybe I wake up 6 a.m in the morning or 8 a.m in the morning, and then I have to go to work, I have to travel, I have to get to the bus. So lack of breakfast can actually, it can hamper my metabolism, it can lead to weight gain, because body in the next meal could store fat. That is also possible. Okay, we proceed further. Any questions, please, you may ask. So what are the top causes of weight gain? People think there is just one cause of weight gain, that is overeating. You see a person who has gained weight, you see बहुत खाता होगा या बहुत खाती होगी, and every day I think they must be eating junk food, they must be eating pizzas, pasta, burger, they must be eating ice creams every day. But when you ask such people, out of 10 people, maybe 5 or 6 will say yes, we are eating junk food, we are eating a lot of food. But 4 or 5 will say no, we are not eating at all, in fact we are eating healthy. Okay, so there are different reasons of weight gain in different people. Okay, so first important thing is that yes, overeating, eating more than you require. Okay, second is binge eating, eating whenever you feel like. Okay, your lunch is done and it's time for dinner after 4 hours, you eat 2 3 meals in between. Okay, then munching on the wrong snacks. Okay, you eat snacks which are unhealthy for you, maybe fried food, maybe high in sodium. Okay, food maybe which are you could say high in sugar, drinks and beverages which are high in sugar. Okay, this could also lead to weight gain. People's choice of breakfast may be different. Okay, they think that breakfast is early in the morning, so maybe we can have anything in the breakfast. That could also lead to weight gain. Some people skip breakfast, some people skip their dinner, that could also lead to weight gain in some people. And drinking alcohol and maybe using any kind of addictive substances can also lead to weight gain. Okay, so these are some reasons of weight gain. Okay, now there are some other reasons of weight gain apart from food and lifestyle choices, that is your endocrinology, or we could say your hormones. Okay, now hormones play a very important role in our body's functioning. So people sometimes can gain weight. Okay, sometimes they can lose weight. Okay, specifically gain weight, maybe they have thyroid issues, maybe they have diabetes or insulin issues, maybe imbalance of testosterone, okay, in men. Okay, can also lead to weight gain among them. Someone has low growth hormone, okay, even then there can be a weight gain. And high estrogen levels, okay, in females can lead to weight gain. So now someone's diet is maybe accurate, okay, it's very much near to accurate, and still they are gaining weight. So it could be out of some reasons which is imbalance of their hormones, and it should be checked with a specific doctor. Okay, now it is usually said, okay, not all the time but many of the times, our hormones are linked to our stress directly. Okay, and at Manuyog here we are deal to We are here to deal with stress of people's life in various areas of their lives, maybe relationships, maybe their career, maybe their family life, and all the areas of the life can cause stress in your life. Maybe you are not achieving your goals in your career, maybe you are not financially able to contribute to yourself, your family, maybe there are a lot of debts you need to pay, maybe there are EMIs, okay, maybe the relationship between your spouse, your family, your kids is not going well, okay. So because of this you overthink, okay, and then when you are in stress, your hormone cortisol, it increases. Because of this cortisol, what happens is that, okay, sugar is released in your bloodstream. Because of that, your glucose levels in the initial phase, it goes up, then it goes down, and you get hunger pangs, and then you want to eat more food. So people with high cortisol levels will do eating out of emotional needs. They will want to satisfy the urges of that stress by food, eating spicy, eating fried food, or maybe eating something which is sweet, okay. So this can be, stress can also be a factor which leads to weight gain and also imbalance in your hormones, okay. Any questions, keep coming that in, okay. Now, once you have decided to lose weight, okay, once you have decided in your mind, yes, I want to lose this weight, okay, there has to be some motivation, okay. Everyone thinks that I want to lose weight, I want to get into that perfect figure, I want to have a six pack ab, I want to gain muscles, okay, I want to put my pictures online, I want to be on the beach, in a particular attire, okay. So all of these things are what you want from your weight loss, okay, but weight loss itself is a long journey, and commitment in weight loss and continuous motivation is the only thing which can help you reach your goal. So ask yourself, what could be your reason of that I want weight loss or I want to lose weight, okay. First is a common reason is that I want to be healthy, okay, I want to lose weight because I want to run, I want to jog, I want to play with my kids, I want to go places, I don't want pain in my knees, I don't want pain in different areas of my part, muscles, spondylitis, cervical, okay, sciatica, so many pains, I don't want these pains, okay, and I want to be healthy. That is the only reason I want to lose weight. So this can be one of your motivation. Second is I want to look good, okay, everyone wants to look their best, okay. So I want to look good because I want to see myself as looking good, okay, and looking beautiful or looking handsome, and everyone else also, maybe if they appreciate me, I will be more than happy, okay. Third is I want to fit in, okay, maybe everyone is losing weight or everyone is fit or I am unfit, so I want to fit in that group or those kind of people. Then I want to be able to walk, run, bike, okay, as I said, okay. I want to date. Many people, they lose weight, okay, in India specifically, okay. As soon as you are engaged to a girl, to a guy, you see guys and girls start going to gym, okay. They want to lose weight, they will get on the treadmill, they want to pack on muscles, okay, they want to look the best on their wedding day, okay. So to date, to be with your partner, some people also, they want to lose weight, okay. Some people want to balance their hormones and they want to get off medications. Many medications also lead to weight gain, and if you want to balance your hormones, get off medications, get into a healthy life, then also it is important to lose weight, okay. Next is, if you want to get up early in the morning, sleep nicely, okay, sleep like a baby, and you want to lose weight in order to achieve that goal, okay, and you want to feel good about yourself, you want to achieve your goals, that can be a reason of weight loss, okay. Now today is also a very sad day because we have lost one of our sportsman, okay, Milkha Singh, and he was the biggest example. If you see his life till now, the biggest example of live motivation. Yes, I'll come to that, Pratik, okay. We can come to we he was the greatest motivation, in the field of sports, and he motivated through his life and his autobiography, and his life was full of motivation, how to live healthy till the age of 91. We can learn this from Milkha Singh today. Okay, Pratik says how we can check our body type. Okay, so accordingly we can plan. Okay, now suppose I'm 20, 21, 22. Okay, and maybe now I am in I'm in a particular shape where I have gained weight, maybe in my thighs, or maybe in the buttocks, or maybe in the stomach, or maybe in the chest area, or maybe in the chin area. It's very difficult to find your body type right now. Okay, what you can do is that when you, if you want to find your body type, okay, ideally between the age of maybe 10 years to 15 years of your age. Okay, maybe you are in your 7th, 8th or 9th standards. Look at your pictures at that time. Okay, were you athletic, or were you uh, maybe having a big frame of the body, or were you in that medium size? So based on this body type, okay, there are three types of body types: ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph. Ectomorph are the slim kind of people, mesomorph are the medium kind of people, and endomorphs are the people who can carry more weight, because their skeletal muscles and the body structure is such that they can gain more fat than other people. So if you look at those pictures, you will get some fair idea about what kind of body type you can be. Okay, now based on your body type, okay, if you are a person who is very slim, है ना, or were very slim and difficult to gain weight, so at that, those kind of people, they need to check out what is their metabolism now. Okay, you can go to any gym, you can go to maybe a health checkup center, you can find out what is your metabolism, basal metabolism rate, you can find what is your body fat percentage, okay, what is your BMR, all of these things. So when you find this, then according to that, you can have a diet plan also, and according to that, you can also have an exercise regime. That do you need to do cardio, do you need to do weight training, do you need to just walk, do you need to jog, how many times in a day you need to exercise, or do you need to exercise just twice in a week, or do you need to do strength training or hit cardio, what you need to do. So according to that, you can find out the right way to lose weight. Okay, now we are talking about some tips or secrets, okay, how you can lose weight. Okay, so ideally the basic mathematics which comes in weight loss, okay, is calories in, calories out. Okay, now there is a secret to calories in and calories out, that all calories are not same. Okay, why? Because carbohydrates, fats and proteins, okay, carbohydrates and protein is 4 gram per calorie. Okay, and 4 calories per gram, I'm so sorry. And if you see fats, it is 9 calories per gram. Okay, so for sure, if you are consuming more of fats, okay, rather than carbohydrates and proteins, it can lead to weight gain, not belonging to a specific diet like ketogenic diet. Okay, there it will lead to weight loss. Okay, now calories spent and calories which you are already consumed. Okay, so if I consume maybe 2000 calories in a day and I exercise for an hour and a half, so I lose 500 to 600 calories. So there is a calorie deficit. So that 500 calories will not be 500 calories of fat. In that 500 calories, there could be 100 calories from carbohydrates, 150 from fats, and then maybe 200 or 250 from maybe protein. Okay, so your body will lose calories in different forms, but since you exercise every day, okay, and you are in a calorie deficit, if you require 2000, you are eating 1000, 1500, or maybe 2500, you are eating 2000, and then you are exercising also. So by exercise you are reducing 500 calories, and by calorie deficit you are reducing 500 calories. Okay, now 1 pound of body fat, okay, 1 pound is 3500 calories. That is half kg is 3500 calories. That means 1 kg is 7000 calories. 7000 calories. Okay, suppose every day I lose 500 calories. Okay, in a week it is 3500 calories. That is how much? Half kg of weight. Okay, so in this way 2 to 4 kgs of weight loss in a month is possible and can be healthy for you. So a combination of 4 things is healthy lifestyle changes, okay, balanced diet, physical exercises, and also counting your calories. Whenever you eat your food, just don't eat because I want to eat 4 rotis, or I want to eat 2 bowls of dal or rice, or I want to eat so much of particular thing. No, have some certain measurement, okay, so that you know that you are able to count calories. Okay, at least till the time you want to lose weight, have this kind of measurement. After you have come to your ideal weight, then you can eat according to your hunger. Okay, now what are the healthy lifestyle changes which you can make? Okay, any questions also, please keep coming. Okay, realistic, okay, realistic weight loss, okay, as I told you, could be 1 kg in a particular week. Okay, you have to not eat less. Okay, you have to not eat less, but you have to eat smartly. Okay, your food choices. Okay, suppose I had my breakfast, I had my lunch, and between lunch and dinner is specifically the biggest time. Okay, that time people can have a vada pav, they can have a cheese sandwich, or they can have anything. But at that time I chose to have maybe some flax seeds, or some pumpkin seeds, or some other kinds of sunflower seeds. Okay, I had that. Maybe at that time I had a small bowl of makhana, okay, roasted makhana. Maybe at that time I had some 5 almonds, okay, and green tea. Or maybe at that time I had some walnuts. Okay, so you have to choose your meals. Okay, you have to choose your meals which are the healthiest, okay, which is having a healthy composition of carbohydrates, fats, or proteins, and healthy compositions on vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Okay, next is, when you start your weight loss routine, the most dangerous thing, and the most you could say wrong thing which people do is that, okay, they go off their previous diet like that. Okay, so today they say from tomorrow I will not have anything. So next day they are having sweet potato, next day they are having sprouts, they are having dal, they are having brown rice, they are having salads, they are having all the healthy meals next day. Okay, second day also same thing, third day their cravings start coming in, okay, sugar cravings, fourth day they feel restless, they feel jittery, okay, they feel that crash in that energy, and then they're like, I want something, I want something, I want something, and then they go to the kitchen, okay, not telling anyone, open the fridge and have what they want to have, and then they feel guilty that my diet is done, my diet is over, now I'll not have diet, or I can't have diet, or I can't diet. Okay, now this is the wrong way. Even if you want to get someone rid of alcohol, smoking, or drugs, it's not like overnight. Okay, and food is such kind of addiction. Food triggers same parts of your brain which drugs will trigger. Okay, it will release dopamine in that same level where you will feel that motivation to have more of it. Okay, so like drugs and like alcohol, you need to get off food or unhealthy food in a very subtle way. So today maybe you will say, from tomorrow I will have a healthy dinner. Have a healthy dinner for 1 week. Then I will add on a healthy breakfast. Okay, have it for 1 week. Then in the lunch I will have this. Okay, then I will add a snack, healthy snack. So in a period of 1 month, slowly and steadily you keep eliminating things, eliminating sweets, eliminating sugary drinks, eliminating something, and then next month, after the elimination, you start adding what? Exercise, walk, and some kind of physical activity. So this kind of weight loss is going to stay with you forever, and you will not feel that craving, you will not feel that you are missing on that food which you have stopped eating, because you have gone off it very slowly and steadily. Okay, next is, any questions, please ask. Any questions, please? Okay, now staying hungry is also a very big no. Why? Because when you stay hungry, okay, when you are feeling that hunger pangs and you don't eat anything, why? Because you feel guilty that I am in such a weight gain, and I want to lose weight, so let me not eat today, or let me not eat breakfast, let me not eat dinner. Okay, why I want to sacrifice food? Because I want to punish myself for all the cheating I've done all these years. Don't do this. Okay, why? Because when you are hungry, okay, your body wants food at that time, your metabolism is high at that time, and if you put food there, your metabolism increases even more. So when you don't put food in your body at regular intervals, slowly and steadily, because that fire is burning in your body, if that fire is burning in your body and you are not using that fire, the body will say, let me reduce this fire. Why? Because your body needs to protect your internal organs from the stomach acid also. Okay, so that some people say, I did not eat food, I got acidity. How? Because there is hydrochloric acid, there are other enzymes in your stomach which digest your food. Okay, PCOD. Okay, I'll come to it. Okay, so people who are eating food, not eating food, and then they tell me that they have got acidity. Why? Because acid is released in your stomach when you want to have food, and you don't eat food. Okay, then slowly and steadily that level goes down, and when you start eating food again, that food is not properly digested. So if you want your acid of the stomach to be regularly released and enzymes to be regularly released to digest your food, you need to eat frequently. Eat every 3 hours, eat every 3.5 hours, but eat healthy and eat small meals. Because in India we have been advised, or we have been shown this goal, that Your plate should be full of different varieties of food. It's not like that. If you are hungry, you can have half a chapati, you can have one chapati, you can have a small bowl of makhana, you can have very little handful of nuts. No one has told you to have it full bowl of meal. Okay, that is we have seen that. Okay, I'll come to Pratik first. Let me answer. Any advice for women with PCOD who are just gaining weight constantly? Okay, now PCOD, okay, which is specifically also connected with hormonal changes and imbalances. Okay, usually people are put through hormone therapy, but if suppose hormone therapy and medications are not helping people with PCOD, the hidden cause of PCOD can be chronic stress. It can be chronic stress. Okay, people are constantly overthinking about something, they are having anxiety, sleep deprived. Okay, people who are sleep deprived. Okay, and specifically people with PCOD have to first of all reduce their intake of carbohydrates. Okay, because till the time carbohydrates are in your body will utilize it to store as fats, it will metabolize it. So less of carbohydrates, more of proteins and fats. And you have to work on reducing your stress. If it is coming from work, or overworking, or if it is coming from maybe some relationship issue or financial issue or multiple issues, you have to have your me time. You need to sit at a peaceful state, maybe some time of the day. Or constantly overworking, constantly overthinking, constantly maybe say being that perfectionist every time is not going to work. And you are not a machine, you also need that reboot space. So have that time for you, because ultimately you will crash ultimately at particular day. After maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks of overworking, you will crash one day and you will like, don't contact me, don't contact me, don't talk to me, I want to be alone. So better to have 10-15 minutes of alone time every day rather than just crashing suddenly. So I would say, because I'm not a medical doctor to advise you on PCOD, but specifically related to diet, less of carb intake. Okay, less of sugary things. Okay, and less of smoking or drinking. Okay, if it is there in someone's diet, and more of protein, carbohydrates, more of proteins, fats, and you could say fiber in your diet. Okay, fiber also helps. Pratik's question is that should we avoid white rice? Okay, now what is white rice specifically? Okay, let's talk about white rice. So carbohydrates are two types: simple carbohydrates, okay, and complex carbohydrates. In simple carbohydrates, there are monosaccharides, polysaccharides. Okay, these are different names. Okay, what is this? Saccharides is molecules, different kinds of molecules. One molecule is monosaccharide, multiple molecules is polysaccharide. Okay, if it is one molecule, it is easy to break down, है ना? It's very simple to understand. If it is many molecules, it is difficult to break down. We want to eat sugars, we want to eat carbohydrates that are difficult to break down. Why? If it is easy to break down, we will get hungry again. So suppose if I have a grain of sugar, it is monosaccharide. If I have a grain of sugar, immediately my body will convert it into glucose, and that glucose will run in my body. After having that grain or a spoonful of sugar, take a blood sugar machine and measure your blood sugar pre and post. You will find that your blood sugar has increased. Okay, why? Because it has been absorbed in your body very soon. Suppose you have that glucose in your body, but what are we doing? We are not Milkha Singh here. Okay, we are not Saina Nehwal. We are not PV Sindhu, that we are playing sports, or we are running every day, or we are exercising every day, or maybe we are not farmers. Okay, that we are going to the field. What we are doing is that keyboards. Okay, typing on the keyboard, talking on the phone, sitting on the couch, watching TV, and lying down. This is our, you could say, highest level of activity which we are doing. With this high level of activity, so called high level of activity, we really don't need active glucose in our blood. Okay, active glucose to do something. So when you have taken sugars in the form of simple sugars, okay, like white rice is one of them. Okay, white rice is slightly complex than sugar, but it is not a polysaccharide. Okay, it can be easily be digested by your body and easily be converted into glucose. Okay, why? Because it does not have fiber. Okay, there are only two ways that your food will get easily digested or easily converted into this. Either it will contain fiber, it will be very slow, or either it will contain some fats. Okay, so suppose my rice has fiber, then what does it become? Brown rice, because I have that outer covering intact. That outer covering is brown rice, it has fiber. So fiber and carbohydrate very slowly release your insulin. Insulin is the hormone which increases when you have sugar, and insulin, it stores your sugar, unused sugar, to body fat. So if I don't want to spike my insulin every now and then, what I will do is that I will have complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrate can be brown rice, can be quinoa, uh, can be you could say sweet potatoes, okay, can be brown bread. Okay, so all kinds of things with fiber, it is going to release insulin in a very slow state and will not gain drastically weight. Okay, if I answer a question or any other question, please ask, and others too, please ask questions. Okay, I, as I said, avoid hunger. Okay, now one more thing which leads to weight gain, okay, or lack of weight gain. Okay, some people, they don't gain weight, that is also a problem. Okay, but we are here for weight loss, so let's talk about weight gain. Okay, is that we don't eat our food properly. Okay, it is said that around 20 to 40%, 20 to 40% of your digestion process, it takes place in your mouth through the saliva. Okay, there are microorganisms, there are enzymes, and it can help you break down your food. Okay, if you want to see the example, okay, take a piece of bread, white bread. Okay, I would say cut it in a square piece, the middle part, the white part, and put it on your tongue. Okay, put it on your tongue and just close your mouth, don't chew it at all. Okay, after 2 to 3 minutes you will feel sugar or sweet taste in your mouth, and you will see that piece of bread dissolving and becoming watery, you know, and disintegrating. It means that there is something in the saliva which is breaking down the food. Okay, so what we do is that we are on the phone, constantly on the phone, talking on the phone, chatting on the phone, and mom, bring my food. Okay, food is on the table, chatting, having this session, having food, multitasking, and food is just gulped down. Okay, not chewing your food properly. Okay, just eating your food with water. Okay, just think. Okay, you are earning money for what? For what? To earn food, predominantly to earn food. Okay, to earn, even if you have iPhone, okay, you have iPhone, you have the best laptop, you have the best house, you have the best car, if you don't have food, you will say no. That is the most important requirement. First, food. Okay, when it's lockdown, only two necessities are open: food and medicals. Okay, that is what is people's main requirement. So suppose you earn money, you do hard work, you do multitasking to earn money for food, and you're in your entire day of 24 hours, just check out how much time you spend for your breakfast: 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, then lunch 10 minutes, okay, dinner 10 minutes, it's done. Some people eat it as less as 2 3 minutes. Okay, the plate has come and plate is gone. Okay, why? You are doing everything to earn this food, and when it comes to your table, you are just gulping it down. You don't just even respect the food. Okay, not even thank the creator for the food, or maybe thank your destiny or your hard work yourself, that I have brought this food on the table, and let me savor it by each bite. Let me have, okay, that one, chew my chapati, have the taste of the salad, have the taste of the sabji. Okay, maybe I don't like that sabji, even then there would be some taste. Okay, have it very slowly. Okay, even people who bring pizza, I see them ending their pizza in 5 minutes. If you really like pizza, if you really like burger, if you really like junk food, why do you gulp it down? I have not seen any person who eats a pizza or a junk food in 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Okay, they also gulp it down. Okay, why? Because food, you are not savoring that food, and if you don't savor your food, if you don't let it digest in your mouth, it is not going to digest in your stomach. Our stomach acids have limited potential to digest your food, so half process in your mouth, then half process in the small intestine, then half in the long intestine. So that is how you need to do: chew and eat your food. Ideally, it is said that chew your food 35 times or 45 times. Okay, but I would say ideally even chew your food for 10 to 15 times, that would make a very big difference. Okay, understood till now? Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, first is avoid hunger, second is enjoy your food. Okay, third is Eat a lot of fiber. Okay, now what is the role of fiber here? Okay, what is fiber? Can anyone say? Okay, let me also ask someone some question. What is fiber? Can anyone answer what is fiber? Okay, let me answer. Okay, fiber is, you could say, it is a kind of carbohydrate which has negligible calories, okay, and which is used to add bulk, okay, to your excretion process. So you have had food in your morning breakfast, lunch, dinner, and so much food in your body, but you want to get that food out. You want to clean your bowels, you want to clean your body, you want to push that food out, okay. So fiber is used in that way so that it can add bulk, okay. It comes like a river flooding river. It comes here and it pushes away all the waste outside that way, okay. Now fiber also has two types. One is soluble fiber that mixes with your food, then insoluble fiber that stays with it stays with your food, okay. Like it's like a collective agent, like a hand which throws away the garbage, okay. So both kinds of fibers are required, okay. Soluble fiber is those in the form of fruits and vegetables, okay. Wherever you see the watery fruits, vegetables, you will have soluble fiber. Insoluble fiber, example, we will say psyllium husk. So many people have psyllium husk at night, which is called isabgol in Hindi. That is nothing but an insoluble fiber which helps you clean. Yes, Pratik is right, keeps the digestive system clean and healthy, okay. That is, so have foods which are rich in fiber, like salads, okay, green leafy vegetables, fruits, okay, then chia seeds, flax seeds, all kinds of nuts, okay, green leafy vegetables. Then even if you want to have psyllium husk, you can have, okay. Next is plenty of sleep, okay. Now this is a vicious circle, okay. You have gained weight, okay. All your hormones are not released properly, okay. Melatonin is a hormone which is released during the night, okay, when you want to sleep. So that is also not being released properly. And but sleep is important for weight loss, very much important for weight loss, okay. Whatever weight loss or fat loss happens during the sleep. So you need to start exercising every day or planning your diet plan so that your sleep patterns are corrected, and so that even your weight gain is corrected, okay. Next is, don't eat while watching your TV, okay. So many people, I told you, using their mobile phones, TV, media, okay, their attention is there, okay, it's not here in the chewing process, and because of that they either eat more, or they eat the wrong things, or they don't chew it properly. So because of this also there can be a weight gain, okay. Okay, next is very important, about when you have packed foods, okay. When you have packed foods, okay, so called health food, some people, they see ads, okay, out after 30 years women's bones are very weak, so you should have this protein X, or you should have this particular health drink, or you should have this protein drink, or you should have Complan or Horlicks, and you should have Patanjali, power Vita or whatever. So all of these, when you just turn around their label, just read how much percentage of carbohydrates, how much percentage of protein. So carbohydrates will be the maximum, proteins will be negligible, fats will be medium, and sugar will be the highest. If there is no sugar, it will be zero sugar. So what is zero sugar? It's either maltodextrin or sucralose or sugar free, or sorbitol. These are all artificial sweeteners, okay. Now what artificial sweeteners do is that they don't increase sugar or glucose in your body, but what happens is that our body gets confused that what is this product which is in our body, and it's unable to digest, and because of that your hormones are released, you could say, without any proper measurement. And your hormones are released in such a way that all many people with PCOD, PCOS, and other hormonal diseases, you know, even thyroid, have reported that they have had artificial sweeteners or Coke Zero so many times. Coke Zero, Red Bull Zero, zero sugar drinks, zero sugar gums, zero sugar chewing gum, so many things. And that also messes with your hormones. So that is why don't have sugar, but also don't have these sugary things or sugar frees, okay. That is also going to affect, okay. Next, any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. So I'm telling you to ask questions because I'm slightly tired, so I need 2 minutes. Sorry. Your biggest friend in fat loss is going to be the cheapest or the most free thing on earth. What is that? Water. Water. Okay. How? Your cells are made up of water. Okay. Your body is made up of 70% of water. Water is required for fiber to do its work and clean your body completely. Okay. Water is required for all metabolic processes, including digestion. Water is required for your endocrine system and your hormones. Water is required for your brain. That is also 70% of water. Everything, your cognitive functions, your health, everything, your muscles, taking nutrients, water does the job. Okay. Now what happens is that because you may not even know that you are not having sufficient water. Okay. Till the time you don't be conscious of what you are doing, you will not know. When you wake up in the morning, usually it is ideal to have 1 to 1.5 liter of water immediately after waking up, which very rare people have. After that, you have your breakfast, and immediately you are off to walk or work, maybe online work or work from home, or maybe you are traveling somewhere, and you reach your office at particular date. You get to that work, you hardly sip water, you hardly keep a bottle with you, you hardly have that measurement that I need to have 3 to 4 liters of water in a day. And what happens is that slowly, when your water intake reduces, what happens? You get these hunger pangs, which are fake hunger pangs. Many a times I give you this task. Suppose after this session, whenever you feel hungry and you tell your mom or you go to the kitchen, mom, please cook something for me, I'm very hungry. Just wait for 15 to 20 minutes, okay, and sip 250 ml of water, okay, one glass of water, and wait for 15 minutes. 99% your hunger pang will go away, because it was not and signal of you could say hunger, it was a signal of thirst. Our brain gets confused between this, that whether you are hungry or whether you are thirsty, it gives the same kind of signal. So have 250 ml of water when you are very hungry, and see if the still that hunger is there, it's ideally hunger. And if it goes away, it was not a hunger pang. So like this, in a day we feel hungry so many times, okay, 5 6 7 times we feel hungry, and every time we eat something and we feel we ate food when I was hungry. No, every time that hunger is not hunger. Try to do this trick. Okay. Next, you have to reduce stimulants. What are stimulants? Stimulants are specifically nicotine, caffeine. We have so many people have so much of coffee, so much of tea. Yeah, they smoke so much, and caffeine, nicotine, all these things are stimulants. They give you energy for that particular period of time, and then there is a crash of this energy. And then you, at that time, when you feel that low energy, low glucose levels, you want to eat something. You want to eat. So that is why if you don't have stimulants, you will not have this kind of hunger pangs which are induced by the stimulants. Okay. Always at all times avoid. Okay. Now what did Ronaldo do? Okay. A week back, 2 days back, what did he do? He removed a soft drink, two soft drink bottles of Coke, okay, from his interview. And what happened? That company lost, you could say, in huge amounts. Why? Because such a big sportsman says that have water instead of Coke. Why? Coke has so much of, you could say, chemicals inside it. Then there is lot of sugar, or if it's not sugar, there is sugar free. Okay, so much of acid which increases your stomach acid, and because of this you will gain weight in the long run. Also, it also has that acid which can cause damage to your teeth, to your bone, cause or can have issues of your knees, okay, of your joints, and osteoporosis. So that is why you have to avoid any sugary drinks, even avoid real fruit juice, Tropicana fruit juice, any kind of fruit juice, packed fruit juice, any kind of juice which you want to have is a fresh juice from your house. Okay. No need to have Maaza just because Katrina Kaif says that you should have Maaza. Okay, so only have juice which is freshly prepared at home with your own hand, and better is that have the fruit. Why? Because if you have juice also, you're throwing away the pulp, and that pulp is fiber. That fiber is going to help you lose weight. It is going to help you feel fuller for a longer period of time. And then what you do is that you have that fruit juice, and after half an hour you feel hungry. If you have a fruit instead of a fruit juice, you will not feel hungry after having it. Okay, next is alcohol intake. Okay, even if you have vodka, or even if you have rum, or even if you have tequila, or even if you have whiskey, you say no, I don't have beer because beer have calories. Okay, still then, okay, any kind of alcohol in two ways. First is you can either eat wrong things with that alcohol. Okay, second thing is that it messes with your metabolism. Okay, it messes with your hormones, it messes with your sleep, entire functioning of your body. So any kind of alcohol, okay, which you have, which you consume in order to do your so called you could say stress relief. Okay, if you want to do your stress relief in the right sense, here is the Manyog Instagram page. Okay, log into Manyog and book a session with one of the experts. That is the right way to get rid of your stress which is coming maybe from your health, maybe marital life, maybe your relationship, anything. Okay, alcohol, smoking, overeating, drugs, or relationships with people, every month changing partners, or all of these things are not going to repair your issue. It's just going to mask your issue. It's going to get you into a bigger mess. Why I am sharing this? Because physical health, mental health are both connected to each other, and many of the physical health problems, including weight gain, when you go to a doctor, get yourself checked, and you get to know there is nothing wrong with me, still I'm gaining weight, still I'm having this disease, still I'm having a pain in my back, still pain in my lower back, and then you come to know that this is psychosomatic, or it is caused due to stress, or it is caused due to emotional issues. So there are experts on Manyog, okay, who can help you deal with these issues. Okay, and always try to overcome your core issue. Okay, if you just work on the surface, it's not going to work. Work on your core issues. Any question will be highly appreciated. Okay, now reduce three kinds of white things. We usually people call it, you could say, white poisons. What is that? Flour, salt, and sugar. What is flour? Is maida. Okay, that is white flour. Okay, which you use to bake cakes or white bread. Okay, why? Because it doesn't have fiber. It just have carbohydrate. It will spike your insulin. Second is salt. Too much of sodium is not good for you. Okay, why? It increases your blood pressure. Okay, it can also increase your weight gain because salt causes water retention. Okay, did you hear that story in the childhood? There was someone who had put a bag of salt on his back and he had to cross this river, and then it became very heavy. Why? Because it absorbed all the water. So salt in your body is also going to absorb all your water, and if you have more water in your body than you require, it will lead to your face feeling bloated, your body feeling bloated. Okay, that is why limit salt intake. Okay, and third is sugar. I will say sugar is the most dangerous, even more dangerous than cocaine. I will say this. I will say, and researchers have also told this. Okay, why? Because when you have sugar in your brain, there are neurological pathways which give you that sense of pleasure. Okay, which are similar ones are released during sex, similar ones are released when you achieve something great in life, similar ones are released when you exercise. Okay, that boost, that kick which you get in your brain, sugar gives you that better than anything else, better than anything else. And when what happens is that one spoon of sugar is going to give you this much kick, then next time one spoon of sugar will not give you this kick. Same like drugs. Then 2 spoon of sugar, then 3 spoon of sugar. Similarly, you will want all your meals to have something sugary in it. Every day you want to have coke or shakes or ice creams or biscuits or cookies or chocolates, and you, the more you have, the more you want to have it again. Okay, okay, I'll talk to ha I'll answer Pratik's question. Okay, so you have to reduce your intake of sugar. Okay, I will say you have to eliminate sugar. Okay, I'll come to Pratik. Okay, when we talk about salt and sugar are important for energy. Okay, Now you have salt in your food. Salt, what we say, whenever you have a chef, Sanjeev Kapoor is cooking something, what he says? Namak swad anusar. What is salt? According to taste, not according to body's needs. And a pinch of salt in all your meals is adequate enough to cover up your needs of your body of sodium. That is enough, more than enough. Okay. Usually, we are not just having home cooked meals, we are having chips in the day, we are having so many other things which are laden with salt. So, our salt levels in the day, it shoots up the rooftop. Okay. It is so high that it is not going to give you any health benefit. Just your regular meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, one pinch of salt is going to give you enough iodine, enough sodium, enough minerals. Okay, is enough. Second, sugar. Sugar is not important for energy. Glucose is important for energy. Your body does not recognize sugar, it recognizes glucose. Okay, and we are eating glucose in different forms. Your roti has glucose, the biscuit you eat has glucose, your sabji what you eat, your dal what you have, it has carbohydrates which will be converted into glucose. I told you we want to give our body complex sugars. Complex sugars, why? We want to make the body do more work so that it increases the metabolism. So that is why let's give the body complex sugar in the form of real food, not sugar directly. Okay, the only time when you need sugar and salt directly is when you have accident, you fainted, or maybe you have a severe health issue, you are in the hospital through a drip on your hand. Okay, that is the only time when your body needs sugar and salt for energy, because it is depleted, or at that time maybe you have an electrol powder or something at that time. But usually your body requires food from your energy in a complex form. Okay, we have to take care of the time also. We'll wind up in another 5 to 10 minutes at most. So any questions, please put it. Okay, next is protein in every meal. If you want to really boost up your metabolism, protein in every meal. Okay, what is protein? In Indian diet, protein is lentils, that is dal. Okay, then it is rajma, then it is you could say beans. Then protein in non-vegetarian or maybe vegetarian is eggs. Then it is meat, it is fish. Okay, it is paneer. Okay, it is cheese, that is comes with fat also. Okay, so there are sources of protein. Now every meal of yours should have some protein. Okay, some protein. So in the morning, if you have just roti or just paratha, so make that paratha maybe a paneer paratha, or make that paratha maybe something, have that paratha with something which has protein, anything. Okay, maybe you add sprouts also in that paratha, or something, some health recipe. Okay, or maybe you have quinoa, that is a balance, of you could say protein and carbohydrate. So always have one source of protein in any of your meal, that is a must. Okay, then you have to avoid all kinds of sugary foods. I don't have to say candies and chocolates and chips. And nowadays we go outside and we want to serve our small kids, what is that, Kinder Joy and this and that, so many things. Okay, so you have to also avoid this. You have to also not feed all of these things to your children. Okay, now I want to talk also about oil intake. Okay, whenever we cook in Indian recipes, okay, we usually use a lot of oil or ghee. Okay, now people say that ghee is good, oil is not good, or oil is better, ghee is better. I would say both of them in very negligible quantities is okay in your life. Okay, if you want omega 3, omega 6 fatty acids and all of these things, okay, you can get it from supplements also, you can get it from real food also, but make sure that it is ended limited thing. It's not like you are having bhajia every day and saying that I am having this in ghee because it is giving me omega 6, but what are you having else with that? Okay, you are having that besan, that flour, and all of these things also, which can lead to weight gain. Okay, and deep fry all is always going to give you more calories. Okay, so always do stir fry, or maybe you just roast it or grill it in a griller, or maybe air fry. Okay, so many different ways, technology is here, to reduce your oil intake. Okay, that you can do, or you can use olive oil for dressing. But all kinds of oils, if you are not on a keto diet, should be in very 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 limited quantities. Okay, Pratik, any hacks or RIP? What is RIP? I just know one meaning of RIP is rest in peace. Okay, now Ending up with the tips with weight loss, okay, just more 5 minutes, is avoid eating in the middle of night. Okay. Okay, because we are already sleeping in the middle of the night. Most of the people, they are chatting till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, and they sleep at that time, and because of that they are already feeling hungry, because had the dinner at 9 or 10, and then it's 12 and they will feel hungry. So you have to really take care of your sleeping and waking up routine. Maybe you say that you are working in a call center, you are working in a night shift. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to keep healthy snacks with you. First of all, you have to keep water and healthy snacks. What you have to use, it's like water is your brahmastra. Okay, what is that? Brahmastra is that when you have the most difficult times, this will come to your rescue. So when you feel hungry in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, have half a glass or one glass of water and wait for 10-15 minutes. If the hunger is gone, okay, let it go. If it is still there, just a handful, just a handful of makhana, just a handful of pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds or chia seeds dipped in water, or maybe we would say rice flakes. Okay, we call it, we use it in bhel. Okay, that in just handful, not tub full. Okay, just handful, have it, drink water, done. Okay, feed your body only that much energy which it requires at that time, and then keep doing your work. So late night cravings, midnight cravings are to be taken care of very strictly, because these are the areas where you can gain more weight. Okay, and junk food or any other food or sugary food or whatever, you can have it twice a month, once or twice a month. That is what you can have. Okay, at that time. Now with respect to physical exercise, I'm ending the session in another 5 minutes. Very important is that 10,000 steps per day is recommended for you to start losing weight and have a healthy life and add 5 to 10 years to your life. Though, so start at least with 5,000 steps in a day. You can buy maybe a smartwatch or a pedometer or something, or your phone, है ना? Just 5,000 steps. Okay, or you can start with any 30 minutes of any activity which you like. Okay, it can be dance, zumba, it could be sit-ups, it could be dips, it could be walking, it could be running, cycling, jogging, aerobics, it could be swimming, anything. 30 minutes, whatever you like. It could be punching a bag, anything. 30 minutes, do something which will make your heart beat faster. If your heart is beating faster, means fat oxidation is happening. What is fat oxidation? Your body attacks your fat and it to provide oxygen to you. Why? Because you are in lack of oxygen, you are breathing very heavily. So fat oxidation becomes easy when you are doing HIIT cardio, high intensity interval training. This is used to lose fat. So high intensity interval training is, do jumping jacks 20, rest for 1 minute, again 20, rest for 1 minute, again 20, or run for 1 minute, then jog for 2 minutes, then run for 1 minute. It's called high intensity interval training. This is going to help you get into that metabolic state where you will oxidize your fat, you will lose your fat, your body will eat your fat up. Certificate requires to online mental health care in India. So Naveen, I think this question, Manyog's official team would be better to answer you. Okay, because I'm here for weight loss session today. Okay, if you cannot run, if you cannot jog, if you have pain in your knees, okay, just start by very brisk walk. If you find cycling beneficial, cycle. If you want to play a sport, maybe cricket, football, volleyball, maybe badminton with your friends, start doing that. Or maybe go for a walk with a dog, or play with kids, or go up and stairs up and down in your building. Okay, don't use the lift. Only these simple things, very 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 simple things, if you start using in your life, okay, definitely there will be weight loss. And last, I want to end this session on the fact that weight loss, because most of the times it is gained because of hormonal imbalance and stress. So do take care of your stress, predominantly the cause of the stress, whatever is causing the stress. Maybe it is a relationship issue, or a relationship or maybe financial issues, or maybe stress due to your work life, or people in your surroundings, or maybe parent issue with parents, or depression, or psychological issues which is also causing this weight gain, or medications are causing your weight gain. Then do get in touch with a mental health care professional, a psychologist, or a counselor at Manyog, and he or she is going to give you the correct guidance which is going to be beneficial for your all around development, weight loss, health, happiness, and success in life. So I'm thankful for everyone for being present. in this session. Okay, any questions can come, and otherwise we can end this session. Thank you so much. So we'll wait for 2 minutes for questions, and then we'll wind up the session. Thank you, Pratik, for your wonderful questions as well. So we will wind up the session for today, and thank you everyone, and hope to meet you again in another session. Everyone, wish everyone a good day ahead. Thank you and goodbye.